All right, today I'm going to show you guys how to remove a passenger side power seat from a 2017 Ford F-150. This is a Lariat. It is a Super Crew. What I did on mine so I could get at the back bolts a lot easier is to raise the seat up as far as it goes and then tilt the back of it as far forward as it goes to give you a little more room for the bolts to that hold it to the floor. So there's two in the front. As you can see, there's one right here, one right there. There are also two in the back, which I already have out. And you can see, maybe you can't see, but anyways, they are back here. And that one is right there. They are 13 millimeter metric heads, and they are in there pretty tight, so you're gonna have to use a little bit of muscle. And then on the bottom side, you're gonna see that there is gonna be a plug-in adapter right here that plugs into here. It is held with this goofy, I don't know what they call this here, but it's some sort of a goofy clamp that holds that whole harness in place. It's best to take these four bolts out first, and then take your seat and tip it forward all the way to get at the back side of this clip in order to undo that harness. That works for me, or that's how it worked for me. So now I'm going to pull this seat out. We're going to put it on the bench. We're going to take the back of it apart to try and fix my vibration that I got coming out of the backrest. All right, so here's, of course, what it looks like without the seat in it. It's a good time to probably vacuum it out, pick up some candy, and who knows what else is in here if you got kids. This is that loose wire harness. So over here, this is what it looks like on the bench. And again, this is the wire, the main wire harness. Again, this is that goofy clip I was telling you about. It does move this way to lock the front side in. So it's gonna clip that way. So again, for me, the easiest way was to get at it from the back side, to go in this way, to pry that little head up to get it to uncouple. So now what we're gonna do is I'm going to somehow try and get the back of the seat open, and there is a hidden zipper right here that's supposed to go all the way to the top, and we're going to try and open that up and see what we can find in there. Okay, so here's the underside of the seat again. So in order to get this whole back part of the seat back to open up, there are two elastic bands here that attach it to the bottom of the seat. Now for me, what I did was I had just, instead of undoing these wire harnesses, I just pulled them right off the bracket. Probably not the right thing to do, but they are made to push on and take off probably a couple of times. And this side I did the same as well. You can then see that, sorry about that, you can then see that this elastic band just loops right around there, and that's off. And this elastic band loops around that one. And we're gonna kind of start opening up the back diaper to the seat here. So we'll see how the rest goes. Okay guys, so the next part was to get these pieces, there's one on each side, unhooked from here. And quite honestly, I don't know what the right technique is. I farted around for quite a while with some small screwdrivers and little pry tools to try to get that to come out, but I couldn't. So at the end of the day, I just pulled up from the center here and basically got these pieces to just slide this way and up. Same one with this way and up. There's a lot of movement in here with this back flap. Again, I don't know if that's the right technique or not, but that's what I used, and we'll see if everything goes back together the way it's supposed to. As you can see, here's those zippers, and they are supposed to go all the way up the back side all the way up here. So we'll tackle that next and see what the rest of it looks like. Okay, so we got the zipper opened up all the way down on each side. You may need to get a screwdriver to put into that little hole to help it along. It really binds up hard in this area, but once you get to about here, she goes like butter. Then you're gonna open this up and you can see the whole back of the seat inside. These clips are gonna hook against these yellow wires or rods. When you go to put it back together, you will want to undo those so you can get all the way to the top. And this is our culprit. It is some sort of a, I don't know if it's like a dampener. Supposedly it's in there to keep the seat from wobbling like crazy going down the road when there's no passenger in it. Maybe a counterbalance of some sort. But mine is broke at the top. On here, I can't get my camera in there to show you, but there's little rubber connectors there where it is split. So it is got a little bit of a rattle. I can't get it to replicate it with the seat sitting in this position, but there is a rattle that's enough to be annoying. So we're going to replace that. And so this is the Ford part number. And this is what the part looks like. So you can see it's two plastic pieces, a weight, and that's connected with rubbers here. So I have no idea if these are going to wear out in another 20 or 30,000 miles. I got about 31,000 miles on the truck. But as you can see, that is going to replace this one here. So there's some plastic clips on each side. I'm sure it'll be a son of a gun to get it out. But we're going to give her a try and see what happens here. Okay, we got the old isolator out of there. And I'm beginning to kind of regret even tackling this project because it's a beast. So that's the old one. This is what the new one should look like. These, I ended up clipping the remaining connectors that were on to get these plates out. These plates are also held on with a little screw conveniently. There is one right here, which is an absolute bear to get at. And then there's one here, which they give you a nice chase through here to get to the back side of this. This one here, without taking the entire seat apart, what I ended up doing was pulled this foam around here, cut some of this foam out to get at this screw from the back side. It leaves hardly any room to get your tool on there to back it out. It's a 7/32 socket head, and I used a combination of a deep, a shallow, a swivel, different length ratchets, and cut my hands all the hell on it. So it's an absolute bear. So we're going to try and get the new one in there. Hopefully it clips in easily. This side I'm not worried about. Right here, it's this one. Being able to get that ratchet back in there and tighten it down without losing this screw too. So we'll try and get the new one back in, and hopefully I'll have another update for you. All right, so we got the new counterbalance in here. I did finally get it tightened up on this top side. I'm going to tell you guys right now, that is the most difficult part of this job. It is a pain in the rear. This metal, all this metal around here is razor sharp. You can see a little red there. Of course, that's, I got a little bit of my DNA in this thing. Up here, you're going to fight with this. Now, I'm not a professional by any means, so maybe some of you other guys have done this before and you know of an easier way to do it, but unfortunately, I don't. So what I ended up doing with this, because you have a really hard time seeing anything there, I used my deep well 7/32 I think that's what this is, a 730 seconds, yep. And I took the screw and I just black taped it right to the top to keep it in there so I didn't lose it. I did use a swivel along with my shorter handled ratchet just to be able to get in there and get that screw to grab. Eventually it did, and eventually you know, I took the tape off and was able to tighten it down. The other one, like I had said, the other one, this side here, super easy. This chase right here gets you right down into it, and within 5 seconds you got that one done. So we're gonna button this thing up, put it all back together, and hopefully the seat still works in the truck. I think it will. And hopefully this lasts a long time, or at least as long as I own the car yet. And I do not have that pesky rattle that comes from the top of the seat. So I hope that this video was helpful to somebody. But again, just to warn you, you're going to spend time on this one up here because it is an absolute beast. So good luck to you guys that are going to try this. The part is cheap. This part, the replacement part, was, I don't know, I think 30-35 bucks. I ordered it from Tasca Parts, and that's the easy part of the job. So good luck to everyone. All right, guys, so this is what I mean about when taking the seat out, tipping it forward to unhook the wire harness. So you can see that you get to the back side of this real easy. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this too well, but it will slide right in. You'll click it, and then this piece will go down and click right in, and you got her secured. And then this piece you will just push back up on the push pins. And you're ready to set her back down and bolt her to the floor.